Hey guys, good morning. So in the last video we discussed about the exception handling in SQL. So link is in the description. If you haven't watched, you can go through that video. So today we are going to discuss about the pivoting in SQL. This is part 1. So let's see what all things we can cover. Okay. This topic will contain two parts. Okay. This is part 1 and I'll create the part 2 of this video also. Okay. So pivoting in SQL. So what does this mean? Pivot means it is used to transform rows into columns. Okay. The use cases helps in summarizing and reporting data in a structured format. So what does this mean? Okay, let's understand it practically with an example. Okay. So okay, so I have sales master table. Okay, consist of employee, month, and sales column. Okay. So first analyze the data. Okay. So we have employees, their monthly sales amount, right? As you can see, John is an employee. In January month, he has done sales amount is 1000 and again 800, right? And then in Feb, again 1500, right? And in March, 1200, same for Alice. Okay. So first we'll write one simple query. Okay. I mean, without the without the pivot one. Okay. Without the pivot. Okay. So the task is what we have to do. We have to show the month-wise sales amount. Okay, okay. Of course, no doubt here the sales amount we are doing month-wise, so we need to sum up the monthly sales for the employee, right? So we have to show the month-wise sales amount for each employee, right? So what will be the query? Again, select. We need to show employee and then month. Okay, and then we need to sum the amount, right? So inside the aggregate function sum function, inside that we have to mention the column name from, of course, sales master table. Okay, group by employee comma month. Let's first run. Let me give alias as total underscore amount. Okay, perfect. So we got the total sales amount month wise for employee. Okay, as you can see, John's total sale for month wise, January it's 1800. How 1800? Okay, let's analyze. Let's compare the both the queries. Okay, as you can see, the first table represents the sales master data, and the second table represents the aggregated form month wise data, right? So we have John's January month 1000, and then in January again 800. So we got the total amount. John's January month sales amount is 1800. Okay, so the data is perfect. Okay, aggregated data is matching. Okay, as we have cross-checked through manual calculation. Okay, so it's perfect. So now this we have achieved writing the simple query, right? Aggregated, that involves aggregate functions and all. Okay, now we'll achieve the same thing in more readable format, we can say, or in other words we can say better readability as compared to this representation. Will represent it more uh, understandable way, or we can say the more, will present it more in readable way, or in well structured format will do. So that will achieve through pivoting. Okay, so again we'll transform this row wise data okay, into column wise. Let's see. Okay, so the syntax is quite similar. Okay, this is basic syntax. Okay, so let's understand it practically. So again, select, and then here first we need to mention the column names which we want to return, or which will we want to show again. So we'll show the employee name, right? So we'll show the employee, and then the column names again. So we need the, again, month wise sales amount, right, for each employee. So here we have, at present, these are all static values. Okay, static value means what? We know the actual data, right? We have 8 records in sales master, so we have only 3 months here, right? January, Feb, March. So ultimately, for this 3 months, we are showing the data. So mention here the months column. Okay, so this from, again, here the subquery. Here we'll write the select employee, comma month, comma sales. Okay, from sales master table, right? Okay, and then what we're gonna do is, this is, let me give the alias as source table. Now what we're gonna do is, uh, just a minute. Yeah, so now here, and then pivot. Okay, so pivot keyword followed by the open close parenthesis. Inside that we'll write the, we'll ma- we'll use the aggregate function, sum function here. Why? Because we are going to sum up the sales amount month wise. So summing up the sales amount for month table. Okay, and what are the months we have? These are all the months, right, for these 3 months, Jan, Feb, and March. That's it. S P I V O T, pivoted table. That's it. Okay, let's run now. Done. So now compare this. We have done the pivoting. Now compare this query. That is a query using pivoting and then without pivoting. Okay. Again, as you can see here, by analysis we can see the result is same. The way we represent the data to the end user or to the customer or client, that matters, right? And as you can see here, the row by row data is shown, right? Here we are getting the same employee name thrice. Why? Because we have 3 months here, right? Here we got the employee name only one time, as we have transformed the row to column. So the all the row data is here, as you can see, in column, and their respective data. So you can cross check, right? As you can see here, for the January, Alice January sale is 2000. As you can see here, we got the 2000, right? Same we got for Feb, 2500, 2500, 3000, right? The data is same, everything is same. We have, though we have used the functions also, everything is same. Just what matters is we have done, here we have done without pivoting, here using pivoting, and the result you can see, the representation matters. Okay, and again, it is totally depend upon the problem statement, or we can say the client's requirement. Okay, how the client actually wants the data to be shown in the UI or in the user interface. Okay, so So of course it's very simple thing, right? For the given problem statement, or we can say for the given scenario, or with respect to the situation, we have to just in short, we have to manipulate the structure, like the way we represent the data, so that we have to manage. That's it. Okay. So this is one of the use case, and I hope you guys are getting like how to perform the pivoting. Okay. Pivoting, it's very simple thing. Pivot means what? Just we are transforming the row data in the, in the to the column wise data. Okay. By default, we show the data, or we represent the data row wise. Here we are just converting it into column wise data. That is only, in short, the representation. That's it. Okay. In the next video, we'll see, we'll achieve this, we'll modify this query only. Okay. This is static pivoting, right? As you can see here, the columns are fixed. Okay. Based on the analysis of data, we have only Jan, Feb, and March, these 3 months. Okay. Ideally, we have 12 months, right? And it will totally depend upon the data. Okay. So why dynamic pivoting? This is the example of static pivoting because here we have fixed columns. Okay. But in the real case, or in the real time scenario, okay, we don't know how much columns are there. Okay. Because that will be totally depend upon the data which is present in the table. Okay. So we'll achieve the same dynamically. Why dynamically? Because we don't know the count of columns, or we don't know the column names, or we can say we don't know how much number of columns will or are present in the table. Okay. So again, that will depend upon the scenario. So this we have achieved through static pivoting. In the next video, that is part 2, we'll achieve the same using dynamic pivoting. Okay. So this was all about the pivoting. Okay. Basic understanding of pivoting, its syntax. Okay. So again, here may the question may arise, like why we have used here aggregate function. Okay. First of all, okay, we have the problem statement as we need to show the month-wise sales amount for each employee. Okay. So total sales amount month-wise, so aggregate function. Okay. And while performing pivoting, what the pivoting actually does, the system, what it sum up the data, okay, based on the given column. Here, what we did, we told the system to convert the row to column form based on the months. Okay. And here the uh, aggregation is done, right? Or the summing the data based on month wise. Okay. So ultimately you need the aggregate function to manage this or to achieve this result. Okay. I hope you guys are getting, let me know in the comment section. In the next video, we'll modify this query into dynamically. We'll perform dynamic pivoting. Okay. So till then, thank you. Have a nice day.